What you're about to see isn't cinematic fiction, it's reality at full throttle. October 15th, 2023, Salvador, Brazil. A high-speed pursuit through the city's tight, winding streets pushes officers and suspects to their limits, in what many call one of the most gripping chases ever captured on camera. It begins with a motorcyclist and his girlfriend weaving through packed city streets, ignoring police orders to stop. Instead, he twists the throttle and takes off, triggering a tense 5-minute chase. Cutting through traffic, scraping corners, and dodging cars by inches, he pushes the bike to its limits, desperate to escape. But the officers matched his every move, staying tight as the chase tore through narrow alleys and crowded intersections. At one point, the rider squeezed between a bus and a car, his girlfriend clinging on as they hit a bump at full speed. Sparks flew as he drifted around a corner, just inches from losing control. Finally, police ended it with a precise, controlled strike, bringing the bike down safely without injury. The rider was taken into custody and the chaos came to an end. With moves like that, he could have been a Hollywood stuntman, but this time, his show's officially over. July 3rd, 2024, Brantley County, Georgia. During a routine patrol on State Route 23, an officer clocked a blue motorcycle flying at 71 in a 55. As he turned to pursue, one detail stood out. The tag was tucked so deep beneath the rear fender, it was nearly impossible to read. Something wasn't right.
We're coming into city limits now.
The officer activated his lights and siren, but the rider roared off instead of stopping. Troop I was alerted. Pursuit in progress. The motorcycle tore north on Route 23, blasting past a tractor trailer and weaving recklessly through traffic toward Nahunta, the chase growing faster and more dangerous with every second.
Alright, he just laid it down, 1050. He just got ejected, 1050, go ahead and get EMS to me.
The crash ended just outside the United States Post Office in Warmute, Georgia, the very spot where the suspect was thrown after losing control of the motorcycle. The impact carried him across Burton Street and into the front barrier of the post office, marking the tragic conclusion to the high-speed pursuit.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to cover him up as much as I can. Yeah, let's try to cover him up. If I got another one, I would do so. I'm gonna check and see if I got another one, and then we'll go from there.
The driver, identified as Mark Edward Johns, was pronounced dead at 7:58 a.m. by the coroner. The case was handed to the collision reconstruction team, a somber reminder that reckless driving decisions can end lives in seconds and leave lasting consequences for everyone involved. May 17th, 2025. Sharonville, Ohio. A routine stop for fake plates turned violent when 54-year-old Alicia Bryant floored it, ramming a patrol car and tearing off down the road. Within seconds, sirens erupted, tires screamed, and a full throttle pursuit was underway.
Stop. Stop. Stop the car. Roll down the window and stop the car. You are being stopped. Stop the car. Okay, well, you gotta wait for a second. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Stop moving. No, stop moving. We're saying 22, they just struck my vehicle and they're fleeing now. Fleeing back onto Canal from Gorilla Glue. Looks like they're gonna be going northbound on Canal towards Chester. Don't have a speed yet, I'm still leaving the parking lot. It's a blue Hyundai Sonata. It's occupied and operated by a black female. White male they just ran off the road, going into the parking lot. Stand by. Going through the parking lot of USUI. So back into the parking lot of Qtall, almost hit another officer.
The truck swerved wildly across the highway before veering into chaos, nearly slamming into another officer, a reckless act that showed utter disregard for the law and everyone's safety.
We're going back that way.
The driver took a reckless wrong-way turn onto Kemper, then shot onto I-275, pushing past 103 miles per hour as officers scrambled to deploy spike strips along the 10-mile chase. The moment the truck hit them, the front left tire blew out, sending it into a violent, uncontrollable skid that brought the pursuit to its breaking point.
Still a high-speed lane.
I got the driver, I got the driver, I got the driver. Jump out!
Officers finally boxed Bryant in, forcing her vehicle to a stop before she could make another move. On the highway, they acted swiftly, subduing her and ending the frantic chase, just 15 minutes after it all began. Bryant faces over $300,000 in bail and multiple charges, including assaulting an officer and drug possession. Passenger Gabbard remains in custody. No one was hurt, but this case serves as a reminder that defiance and reckless choices only lead to deeper trouble, never escape. November 6, 2021, Hahira, Georgia. At 3:39 p.m., a silver Suzuki Hayabusa with a skull decal roared past deputies on Shiloh Road. When ordered to stop, rider Uriah Wade Hall gave a defiant signal, then launched onto I-75 South, sparking a high-speed chase that was just getting started. Hall pushed his motorcycle to 145 miles an hour, weaving through traffic like a blur, risking lives with every move. Georgia State Patrol moved in, setting up a rolling roadblock. He dodged the first attempt, but as troopers closed in for a second strike, the chase reached a boiling point. What happened next would shock everyone watching. Even astride a bike built for 186 miles an hour, Hall couldn't outrun the law. A perfectly timed Paiti maneuver ended the chase in seconds, only to uncover far more than reckless speed. A loaded handgun, stacks of cash, and a stash of narcotics hidden within the wreck. Hall, a convicted felon, was taken into custody and charged with fleeing, firearm possession, and large-scale meth trafficking, charges that could keep him behind bars for many years.
Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna move my car.
September 6, 2024, Arkansas. A motorcycle ripped through a residential neighborhood at breakneck speed, blowing red lights and dodging cars like obstacles. Officers jumped into pursuit, sirens cutting through the chaos. With danger escalating by the second, backup units raced in, hoping to stop disaster before it struck. During the chase, the suspect mocked the pursuing officers, daring them to catch him. At a crowded intersection, deputies hit a pitee that sent the bike wobbling. But the rider fought to stay upright, regained control, and tore off again, cranking the tension to its breaking point.
Just past Northwest. Alright, coming up to 6. 36. Alright, he's in the ditch. And you're again. Passing North Pig. Headed towards downtown. Slowing down. Crossing North 6, North and North. Headed back to Wheeler. We're in a parking lot here. Still behind the jail. Going in circles in a parking lot. Headed back towards Wheeler. Alright, we're on Wheeler southbound. Passing South B-Boy.
The suspect tore away from police at speeds reaching 130 miles per hour. As he neared a three-way intersection, he suddenly braked, swung onto the shoulder, and pulled a sharp U-turn, catching the pursuing officers completely off guard.
Back in the train track. Going through it right now. Yeah, both of them. 7 got the lead. We're coming up together.
The suspect swerved past another patrol car at high speed, then charged straight into oncoming traffic through a construction zone. As he reached the intersection, the motorcycle narrowly missed slamming into a black pickup truck, just inches from disaster.
Thank you, Rick. Work it out in the photo. I'll take it back up. I'm walking in. I'm coming behind you. Get down! Hey, get down!
As the chase roared past Buck J. John, several motorcycles lost control and swerved onto the shoulder. Officers quickly moved in, executing a textbook boxing maneuver to trap the suspect. He still tried to break free, but with Arkansas law enforcement closing every gap, there was nowhere left to run.
Felonies! Yay! You get to go to prison. Good job.
Who do you think you're running from? In Arkansas, there's no outrunning the law. These officers don't chase for long. They end pursuits with precision, leaving suspects to face the full weight of justice. Or 1:01 a.m. I-95, Florida. A red Harley Davidson rockets by at 86 in a 65. Its tag expired since 2018. Sergeant Alarcon lights it up. The rider punches it and runs. On the open highway, how long can he outride what's coming?
3, 2, 1. 1770, we're 10 there on a motorcycle. It's westbound Gateway. Traffic's clear. Speed is 30. 3, 2, 1, we're what? Speed is 30. 3, 2, 1, we're westbound Gateway. Just speed will take the lead. We're doing 70 miles an hour, traffic's clear, road is clear. Everyone on the start. Westbound on Gateway. Just so you'll take the lead. We're doing 70 miles an hour, traffic clear, weather's here. 31 of them motorcycle. Yeah. Alright, we're still westbound approaching Quantum. Alright, we're still westbound approaching Quantum. Still westbound approaching Quantum. Westbound, we're doing about 78 miles an hour. Traffic's clear, the weather's clear. It's gonna be 28 out of New York. Alright, 28's gonna be 48, Tango, Delta 67. 48, Tango, Delta 67. I believe it's coming back to fire. Alright, now we're up to Wildest. Westbound and eastbound.
This guy must be on something if he thinks he can outrun the cops on a Harley. Running from the police on a motorcycle is dumb enough. Doing it without a helmet is just plain ridiculous.
Stop on that line. Stop on that line. Going forward,
The suspect blazed through Palm Beach County, recklessly diving into oncoming lanes and forcing terrified drivers to swerve for their lives.
We're going to be north on 80 range. North on 80 range. Let's go on Charles Control Banger. 873, Travis Cyclist. He's trying to lose it, that's it.
Troopers moved to box him in, but he slammed into a patrol car and kept going. With the road closing ahead and officers closing in, he sped toward a dead end, one wrong move away from total disaster. Scott Thomas ran, knowing his warrant and suspended license spelled trouble. But Trooper Alston wasn't playing around. He got taken down so hard you'd think he owed the trooper money. Just a few cuts and scrapes. But his real injury? A one-way trip to jail. Thomas was taken to the Palm Beach County Jail and charged with multiple offenses, including felony fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license. His second offense, along with criminal mischief, obstruction, and operating a motorcycle without proper endorsement.